G'day everybody, welcome back to... Oops. Not bad. Hopefully everybody's going well. Welcome back to another live watch along on the channel. Should be a beauty tonight. The Pies versus the Hawks. Going to be back with the streams for Friday night. We did stream last week's Friday night game, I'm pretty sure as well. Or was it Thursday night? I've had a mind blank. I think it was... The Cats and the Dogs was Thursday night, I think. Yeah, no, that's right. We didn't stream Friday night last week. But good to be back for Friday night. Let's just put it that way. But hopefully everybody's going well. Collingwood versus Hawthorn, two teams in the top 8. Pies humming this year. Whilst for the Hawks, they'd be content with the start they've had. But they've got a tough draw after this, and including this game as well. The Dogs next week, the Crows week after, and Collingwood this week. If they, let's say, lose 3 in a row, all of a sudden... They're looking around, it looks like they've sort of squared the ledger in a little way with their record. But I give them every chance tonight. I think they're due for a bounce back. They need to be more ferocious in the middle. Geez, they were weak defensively last week against the Lions. So expect some sort of response, but it is very difficult to go against the Pies given what they've manufactured so far this year. Looking great defensively and just as a team as a whole. Yeah, they're looking best in the business, no doubt. Let's hope for a close game. And hope they're going well, mates. And 𝐓𝐡𝐞 come on, Maggie. Good to see you up and about, my friend. Hanif, hopefully going well too. And the 𝐓𝐡𝐞 Group, good to see you in the chat as well. 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐶, actually, I haven't heard of that name, 𝐸𝐴𝐴𝐶. Haven't been called that before, but I guess it suits me nicely. Hawks by 25, so that's a big call. Yeah, it's tricky to go against the Pies, but I have that deep feeling. I mean, the Hawks, decent record over the Pies. I have that feeling that they can shock a few tonight. They look vulnerable, but I don't think they've been shocking. They just need to up the ante a little bit around the ball, I feel. That third term against the Suns was outstanding. They upped the pressure and won the quarter, kicked a bunch of goals and led it 3/4 time. So let's see how they go. But looking at the teams, plenty of changes for Collingwood. And this is, speaking of Hawthorn, why it's sort of hard to go for them here, where the Pies are bringing back in Darcy Moore, Pendlebury, Sidebottom, Bobby Hill and 𝐓𝐡𝐞. That's unbelievable. That's 6 clear best 22 players into the side. And out goes Mano with injury. Hayes dropped, Markov dropped, Parker and Mason Cox dropped.
Today, Riles.
Sullivan the sub tonight. And so is McGuinness. So that's interesting. The Hawks are going with... thanks very much. $8. Oh, geez. Really appreciate it, Coast Club, mate. No, going well. Hopefully you're going well yourself, my friend. But yeah, McGuinness a sub. So he has done the job on Dacos fairly well the last couple of times. So there you go. He's actually not going to be playing on him. Might be a plan B sort of thing if he's let off the chain. But he was good last week. Dacos, huge second half in the win over North. Kicked a surge amount of goals in that final turn. The Pies, they just found that extra gear whilst North weren't able to. Let's hope it's a high-scoring game tonight because both teams can move the ball fairly well. Love to go well, Deckers. Welcome, mates. But need the Hawks to support the Doggies, but need the Hawks, Winters, LM. Yeah, that's... To be fair, if you're a Dog supporter, you probably prefer Collingwood to win because you want the teams around you to start dropping games a little bit. I think Collingwood are now... The boat has sailed in a way of catching up to the Pies. If you're a Dog supporter, they're probably locked for top 4. Yeah, if you're a Dogs fan, you probably, for your sake, want the Hawks to lose. So, it opens up a little bit for their push because if the Dogs do win this week... Oh, no, sorry, they've got the bye. But, if they, let's say, theoretically had a game this week and the Hawks would lose, then you go above them. Supposed to be going to this game. Found out Chest Forest Day. Oh no, sorry to hear that, Coast. Hopefully, you're on the mend soon, mate. Yeah, it seems the flu and all that starting to come a little bit. It's getting colder now, so yeah, make sure stay safe, everybody. But 90 seconds to the first bounce. Yeah, expecting Pies to just find a way to get this done. I think, but you'd think the Hawks would have brought their mouthguards to training heading into this game. They've got a good record over the Pies. Surely they up the ante for this game. Because, yeah, geez, so mistake prone. The Lions just too strong and powerful inside, but on the outside they're getting blitzed. Last Saturday, defensive worries everywhere, like just missed tackles and players not manning up plays. You could just see all the time there was a Brisbane Lion player at the back, so they need to tighten the screws defensively, I think, this week. Because, the Pies, they sort of have different modes to winning. You know, they could get beaten around the ball, concede a lot of inside 50s, but geez, they can be efficient side and absolutely kill you. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And that man on screen, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, I tell you what, fucking hell, he's been underrated this year. He's up there in the Coleman. He's having a super year. Josh Battle's going on to him. So, big game for you Friday night. And of course, we'll stream the Swannies next week. Or not next week, tomorrow, sorry, against the Crows. So, jam-packed weekend of football. It's actually a long weekend over here in Canberra, Reconciliation Day, ACT holiday, I think it is. So, we're set for a rip around. And of course, last night's game, yeah, Brisbane in the end too good. But yeah, geez, I think Essendon, a very honourable loss that one. Caldwell, massive third term. I mean, 7 clearances in a quarter. That's unbelievable. And Caddy, geez, he looked good. Just not necessarily the goals, but just like off the ball, he looks like an athletic beast. So plenty to take out of that for the Dons. Anyways, run away for probably the game of the round, Friday night football. It's the Pies versus the Hawks. And we are underway. Let me just change the buttons. There we go. Ned Long, how good has he been? He just looks like he belongs, just natural mover as that inside mid, and it's just a perfect fit for the Pies. In desperate need of a good inside mid, and here we go already, inside 50 from Bobby Hill. Finds that man we just talked about, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Actually got to have a look, because he has been kicking a lot of goals as of late, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Let's actually see where he is in the Coleman, because I'm actually sort of curious. Probably should be doing this post-game. Yeah, no, so he's tied 4th at the moment. If he kicks 3 tonight, he'll surpass Jesse Hogan and move into 3rd, so that's very possible for him tonight. Anyway, here's an opportunity for 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, the man on screen, to kick his first and get a goal for the Pies inside a minute. Set shots have been a little bit hit and miss, but that one is right down the middle. The Pies get an early goal. Well, just out of the middle there. Don't cost long, they get it forward. And yeah, geez, small forwards are dangerous, and 𝐓𝐡𝐞 back in having a really good season up until he did get injured, so good to see him back in the team. And yeah, Josh Dacos sort of surging forward there. But yeah, Impey sort of overcommitted for the footy there. Got lost in space, and he all got the handball and got the kick away to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Archie and Mark, good to see you in the stream, lads. Nick says, as the Dogs fans, want the Hawks to lose but not get smashed. I don't want to get the Hawks in the rebound. Yeah, that's definitely true, Nick. Definitely true. But yeah, geez, Dogs also probably one of the more informed teams in the comp. I thought they were sort of unlucky in a way. Like, yeah, probably didn't get the rub of the green. But if they kicked accurate, they probably would have run away with that game. But yeah, the Cats is probably a class above. In terms of efficiency, that's what won them the game. Get over now, Wax it inside 50s for sure. Be getting some boos. Double-fisted comes from Frampton. Missed ball from Perryman. Side bottom back in the team. D'Ambrosio. That's a great tackle. Didn't have Pryor though, so umpire's pill. Yeah, been quite a few people that I know against Sigma got to me now. Yeah, no, it's no good. Yeah, and so you always usually around this time of year. That's a great tackle from us. I didn't think he should be pinned there. Yeah, great tackle from you. Can pin Darcy Cameron's arm. That's going to be holding the ball. It's really upped his numbers this year, John Newcombe. He still can have some quiet quarters here and there, but I think overall he's just continuing his numbers really nicely. So, how's it going to go from here? A few supporters giving it to him. This is where roughly Jeremy Cameron kicked his goal in the qualifying final, eh? What a beauty that was in 2022. What's he got, Newcombe? Kicks on its way. He's going to set it up. And right to the goal line, so rush through for a minor score. Make sure leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, lads. Bound to bear beauty tonight. Let's hope. It feels like, in a way, Collingwood probably have the firepower to really put on a big score, but you just think Hawthorn couldn't play much worse last week. Jeez, what on earth with this camera call? Did anyone else get that? It was like a bit buzzy footage, but it's fine now. Intercept mark comes from 𝐻𝐿𝐼. Goes inside 50 to Watson out of all players. Now Jack Crisp gets the ground ball and clears out of 50. And that's a nice kick. Should find Maychek on the full. He plays for the 50. No, I don't think it's there, to be honest. Yep, not there. Amon's been very good this year for the Hawks. Been a lovely kick. So he finds in a bit of space here. Houston arriving late, though. Morrison quietly having a good year. Morrison, he was, playing in and out of this team. Anyway, he's going to be pinned there for deliberate. So there you go. Talk about commentary curse. Stitching him up there. So Houston's ball. Houston's also been interesting. Like, yeah, he's had some suspension. But, one that's probably not set the world on fire. Back-to-back All-Australians. I don't think he's really close for All-Australian considerations this year. To be fair, I think, given Port Adelaide's team as a whole, he was just such a huge difference. Whilst for Collingwood, they've got some great ball users like Josh Dacos has moved back there. But he's still been fairly solid. Anyway, holding the ball there, just like 𝐓𝐿 tackle. Is that 𝐬𝐿? I think it is, yeah. 𝐬𝐿 with the tackle. Harry Perriman now. What's he got on home? He's probably going to find a deep option to the pocket, and he goes there. 𝐶𝐶 direction. And Barras does well to intercept mark. And that's a risky kick, but he will find just James 𝐬𝐻𝐴. Best and fairest from 2019, this man. Now they can rebound here a bit. The Hawks, Nick Watson, a few poos from the crowd. Certainly a character, this man. He goes now back here to Morrison. No, sorry, that's Dylan Moore, should say, excuse me. In board goes to Connor Nash. So, they're still going to slow it here. Goes across now to Battle. Off we go, Cal and Lucas. 𝐬𝐿 back with the flight, takes a nice intercept mark, and now crisp handball receive. Speaking of him, of course, he did hit that record for the most consecutive games. And Ollie Florence, I think he was in the top 5. 130-odd games, got dropped by Cox. It was coming, to be fair. He's having a poor season by his standards, Ollie Florence. So, yeah, it sucks, but that's the streak all gone. I think you just got to realise, wow, that's a terrific record Jack Crisp has set. Anyway, no long off hands, gets the kick forward. And Dylan Moore gets there in time to take the intercept mark. And now, risky kick. Didn't really see Houston leaving his man, but a great ball from 𝐶𝐶. Sets Jack Gunston, the veteran, loose. Goes in the corridor. Does he find Ginnivan? He does. Tries to keep the ball in motion, but just runs out of tarmac. But backing up is Ned Long. Gives the hands to James 𝐬𝐻𝐴, and he will kick the Hawks first. Nice stuff from the back half there, Hawthorn. And they respond with a goal on the board. 1 goal apiece. Well, that was definitely James 𝐶𝐶's goal. He had to go back with the flight to get that ball in there. It was a bit of an iffy kick from Moore, but he just had to get that to the loose man of Jack Gunston. The kick was a bit ordinary, sort of stitched up Ginnivan in a way, but did well enough to offload it at least. Probably a bit fortuitous, bounced off Darcy Moore's knee right into the lap of Connor Nash. Gives the hands, and 𝐬𝐻𝐴 goals. Of course, this man too, 𝐬𝐻𝐴, been out with injury. Only played a half against the Swans in opening round. Got injured for a little while, and he's obviously now back in the team. So in the middle we go again. 𝐬𝐻𝐴 did well enough to get the little kick away. Side bottom out. And it's nicely done. Gets the ball into his advantage, and he finds Nick Dacos. Oh, is that a contested mark for Nick Dacos? I know that's a bit of a carry-on from the stuff here on social media. He's never got a contested mark. Does that even count? He goes inside 50. Barras reads it superbly, though. And now they can rebound here, the Hawkies. 𝐓𝐴 out wide here to Mabior Chol. Oh, that's a nice little side spet there from Chol. And it's a lovely kick. He finds in space Ginnivan. He did dine out against the Pies last year. Gave him one of these celebrations in front of the cheer squad. I couldn't believe he actually did that. And what even makes it more baffling is they literally had the, those cameramen that go out on the ground? Literally had one of those people going on the ground to see a first-class view of the Pie supporters absolutely giving it to him. Anyway, Ginnivan now. Can he get 2 quick ones here for the Hawks? Kicks on its way. Looks bloody good. Hawks get 2 in a row. So it's a good start here for Hawthorn. They certainly have come to play. It's 2 goals from the back half for the Hawks, and yeah, one of them moved the ball with a bit of pace, and yeah, look at those forwards, just really get some space inside 15. Yeah, just a lovely kick from 𝐴𝐿. Sort of did a 180 there, Ginnivan, to get back to the ball, and it was Nick Daicos the man in a bit of no man's land there. So Ginnivan on the board. 2 goals, 1 for the Hawks, 1 goal zip, 6 for the Pies. 11 goal 7 this season for Jack Ginnivan. In the middle we go again. Cameron with the head outs. Ball in dispute. Meek out here to Josh Ward. Gets a little kick forward for the Hawks. This ball comes from Houston off hands. 𝐴𝐿. Nice hands here to Dylan Moore. He can find another here for the Hawks, but his kick's astray. It's a minor score. So 2 goals 3 now. Oh, sorry, 2 goals 2 for the Hawks. I still got to get used to that. Like when I add my score for behinds, the old Fox Footy board or Channel 7 would have a bit of a delay, and then they add the point. But like they do it instantly now on this new Fox Footy scoreboard. So sometimes I read it like a bit incorrectly. Anyway, good pressure here for the Hawks. They turn it over. Charles kick. Just couldn't find a player on the full. How? G's been in good form this season. Clears here, and the kick, well, no good. Meek. Big mark 1-on-1 against Darcy Cameron. Hard play to beat in the air. Now Scrimshaw. Been very underrated, I feel, this year for the Hawks. Very crafty defender. Goes back here now to battle, and who could maybe open up the angles, but instead wants to go down the spine, but the kick's no good. Jeremy Howe read it superbly. He's got Nick Daicos short here, and he can now give the hands to Houston in prime hands here. Dan changes the angles with a bit of an ordinary kick. In fact, that's a terrible kick. 𝐴𝐿 off the intercept. They bring the heat, though, the Pies, so they're under the pump here. The Hawks. Crisp gets the ground ball. Now out across here to Membry. Loses footing, but gets it to side bottom. Now to Josh. To Ned Long. Sort of gets it to Nick Daicos, who can win this one. 𝐴𝐿 does well. Opens up his arms, ball dispossessed. Ned Long gets there, Ginnivan applies the heat. That might be ball for Ned Long. He had the time and space to get rid of it, and didn't choose to, hold the bill. Jack Ginnivan's ball. That's a bit of a high hang time kick there for Dylan Moore. So Josh Daicos gets this ball in, and ball in. So it's a fiery start from both sides. Both teams bringing the heat. Feels like this could be a night where 50-50s around the ground are critical. So it is Connor Nash doing a bit of a run with Nick Daicos, or at least at stoppages. And that's going to be a free here for the Hawks. A free to Connor Nash. It was a holding free. I like that. That's a little thing I like about footy, how the Irish plays were like the Irish mouth guards. Houston now. 𝐴𝐿, a bit of a fumble. He's under the pump. Doesn't attempt to get rid of it. But umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. Didn't really have much prior. Umpire's pill. So, ball up here. Outside Collingwood's, Hawthorn's forward 50. Ned Long extracts it out into space here for Josh Daicos. He has a bit of a fumble. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 goes in head under and instantly tackled. It's been a good start here for Hawthorn, really bringing the intensity around the ball. I don't want to give time and space here for the Pies, because when they get that exit hand pass, they are out and away. Connor Nash now just gets a little kick away. Crisp, a few contested possessions early on for him. Gets the kick forward. And this one's carried over. Bit of territory gained here for Collingwood. Josh Ward now out here to 𝐴𝐿𝐴. 𝐴𝐿𝐴, that's a good mark. 1-on-1 there against Frampton. So rolls and goes, and now hits a low flat kick, but there is that man again. Jeez, he's been good this year, Jeremy Howe. He has been outstanding. Short kick now, finds side bottom, and wants to continue the chip off the corridor here with Houston. And now I've got some open plays here of Ed Allen. Very good last week, Ed Allen. Out on the wing for this one. Gives the quick hands now to 𝐼𝐿𝐴 𝐿𝐿𝐿. And a kick just couldn't get over the top of Battle. He thought he found Elliott in a patch of space, but Battle in position A for the intercept mark. Few intercept posies here for either side, back and forth. And now the dash of Weddle in border Scrimshaw now to Connor McDonald back here. A bit of a fumble from Morrison. Has a little bit of time and space. Gets it out to 𝐵𝐶𝐶. Puts him under the pump though. Got to get the kick away. Don't think that was a kick. So turnover now for the Pies. Lipinski can give it back here to Allen. He can give it to Hoskin Elliott. Does he go for goals here? Does he centre the ball? He goes for goals, but the kick's no good. Just sneaks in for a minor score. That's the first for the Pies of this evening. Soapy now short to Josh Battle. Now to Barras. Quickly now to Scrimshaw. 9:30 till quarter time. 2 goals 2, plays 1 goal 1 in favour of Hawthorn. Now Josh Weddle. So sort of halting their play a bit here, the Hawks. That's a terrible kick. Picked off from Ned Long. Can give the hands here to Nick Dacos. All the time in the world. The young star gets the response for the Pies. What on earth was that kick from Battle? It looks like the Pies set up well defensively there. Yeah, no, I mean, that's just an awful kick for Battle. Scuffed it right to Ned Long and Nick Dacos. He's had a good start. For going well, comers, mate. And best of luck against the bye this weekend, mate. I'm sure you'll need it. That Port Adelaide against the bye video never gets old. I think you got to tune into it every single year and think, what a classic that video is. Dacos, goals there. I mean, yeah, that's a shot kick from Battle. Lovely pickup from Long, though. Those are the ones you do in warm-ups. Those half volleys. Dacos goals. I'll take that. I think I vice-captain him in Supercoach, so hopefully he has a big game tonight. And you take that. But yeah, shy kick there from Battle. I mean, whether in doubt, just go long. Looking a bit too cute as well with their possessions in the back half, the Hawks. So, 2 goals 1, 2 goals 2. Good start here. If you are a neutral like myself. Meek gets the head out. Dacos nick that man again. Dives on it. Ball spills out. Umpire's ball. Hardwick playing forward. Oh, Meek. How about that for strength? Just poleaxes Darcy Cameron, but he loses footing here. Josh Ward. Dacos now out across here to side bottom. This is where they're good. The Pies, I love to get it and go and spread beautifully by hand. And the kick from Bobby over the top of the behind check. That's what they do. Too good, the Pies. Well, when you fumble, when you slip over like Josh Ward did there and you cough it up in the scramble, the Pies can just go bang. So, 𝐼𝐿𝐴, you'd think for sure. Oh, geez, he has to go like right around the corner here. How on earth is why is he kicking from that angle? I don't even know. But anyways, 𝐼𝐿𝐴. It's only key forward should from that angle. Gulls and the Pies. Quick 2-1s back. Yeah, that's a strange angle for 𝐼𝐿𝐴 to go for goal. He literally marked it on the line. And he has to go like behind it, basically next to the point post. But yeah, that's where they're good, the Pies. I mean, geez, how good was that from Meek? He just body slams. Cameron gets the hit out. And then look at that. Pies get it and go. Great running from Elliott. And yeah, 𝐼𝐿𝐴 will gladly take that. High scoring start. 3 goals 1, 2 goals 2. Didn't mark in this square. Yeah, that's true to be fair. But geez, like, fair enough it's of a slight angle, but it was like right back, to be honest. Anyway, Pies again by hand and now by foot. Side bottom out here to Pendlebury. The ins for the Pies combining here. Pendles just going to hold play and go back here to side bottom. This is what the Pies like to do in this sort of position. Instead of going long, they sometimes like to go for these little chip passes like this one here. Short lead to 𝐓𝐿𝐴. And now it's about this kick. It's going to go deep. Nope, kicks it right into the man on the mark. And 𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 did well, but he gets the offloading hand pass to side bottom. Back inside 50. In a dangerous spot here. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿 gets the hands out, but Barras instantly going to be tackled. Umpire's ball. So, ball up here. Clearing kick. Oh, no good there from 𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿. Coughs it up right away to side bottom. It's always an important position in footy. The lad who stays a kick away from the contest, and that's exactly what side bottom did there. Fell right into his lap. So side bottom, geez, he's putting up some elite numbers. Probably having a, I wouldn't say career best year, but one of his best seasons in a long time. So can he go here and extend the Pies' lead? Kicks on its way. It's going to the woodwork. No, it sneaks home. It sneaks home. Wow. It looked like that was easily going to hit the post, but it just swung back enough. And they'll gladly take that. The Pies 3 in a row now. And look at that snap of the fingers. Out to an 11-point lead. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐿 Bomber, welcome, mate. That's an interesting stat, Dunstall said there. 3 of the 4 goals Collingwood have kicked off. Hawthorn getting first use in the stoppage, and then they turn it over. So there you go. That's what we did say before the start of this game. Collingwood just so efficient and can really make you pay. Look at that. Oh, swings back perfectly. Yeah, going well, George. Hopefully going well yourself, my friend. Dons and Barras Alliance. Yeah, no, they were leading at one point. Kenny with that goal behind his back. Geez, he had a good game. But, yeah, no, I think not many lovers lost. Amara's lost with their performance last night. Inside 50 here for Hawthorn. Crisp, bit of a tactical fumble there. Ball goes over. 6:28 to play. Sporty boy, 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐿, mates. Magpies win by 14 points. Yeah, I had them for 14 points too, even though the margin technically doesn't matter because it's not part of the tipping comps because it's not the first game of the round. Ned Long and 𝐻𝐻𝐿 doing the rucks. How about that for 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐿 forward 50 ruck contests? Now, McDonald out here to War. That's nice. Finds a bit of space. And they go by hands nicely here. 𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐿, bit of a hack kick for goal. But it's true. Oof, 2 goals for 𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐿 in the first term. That was really clever from Josh Ward. He could have blazed away a little bit or get absorbed by the pressure. But, yeah, sort of changed the angles a bit. That was pretty nifty. And then gave the quick hands. And they worked that nicely, the Hawks. Let's see this again. Well, grabbed out of the ruck from 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Yeah, just knew he had a bit of time and space to give the hands, and 𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐿 sort of just dropped that onto his boot. Wobbled through, right down the middle, to be fair. 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐿 Carlton Blues, mate. See, given the Boo Hawks, hate watching on the bye, mate. But to be fair, as I say, again, probably if Carlton are any chance for finals, they probably want the Hawks to drop a game like this. Hence why you are saying the Boo Hawks, to be fair. In the middle we go again. Cameron gets the hit out. Nick Dacos, scramble to 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐿. Out to a one-on-one here. Aim on. Oh, great pressure from 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐿. And how about that hole in the ball? And now they go off the turnover here. The Pies. Pendlebury, a kick towards the pocket. Bobby Hill gets a bit of separation, but the bounce of the ball doesn't flick up for him. So the ball goes out. Oh, jeez. What a tackle from 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐿. Big in. Meek gets the hit out. Not really an advantageous one. Cleared now from D'Ambrosio. Oh, there's that man, though. Darcy Cameron couldn't take the mark, though. More at ground level to 𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐿. Now to 𝐻𝐿. Had a lovely kick inside 15. Now dabs a kick over the top. Now does it sit here for the Wizard? It does. Twists and turns. Runs out of tarmac, so just has to give it back to his mate of 𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐿. And now back here to Josh Ward. 5-point margin in favour of the Pies. If you've just joined us, got a good game here. And now they'll go back in the corridor, the Hawks. Jack Scrimshaw can lure the man in, and he does, to 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿. takes on 2, gives the hands over the top here to 𝐼𝐻𝐸. Now how's the kick? One of the best in the team. Does he find an option? 𝐻𝐻𝐿 couldn't fly. Well, he could fly, but he couldn't take it. No one could take the mark. And they have a weather horn at least, the Hawks. Inside their forward 50. Meek Sharks a hit out. Houston there though. Oh, he gave it right to an opponent. And oh geez, Meek. Reminds me of Sam Wicks there a bit. Just blasts out in the full. So Howell kick it back into play here. Short to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿 down the line. That's a nice kick into space for 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿, and he has the sticky hands to hold on. Yeah, going well, thanks, Deacon. Hopefully going well yourself, mate. 4:34 to play here. Brody 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿 on the wing. We'll go along down the line. Oh, geez, Hill got up there, but couldn't take it. 𝐶𝐶 now on board, and they can go quick here, the Hawks. D'Ambrosio need to find a way to get rid of this Pies pressure. Gideon now just forced to hack it long, but they set up well here, Collingwood. All down Houston. Now to Jeremy Howe. Oh, kick just lacks the hang time there for 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿, so d'Ambrosio will be paid the mark, or the mark infringement free. So Massimo d'Ambrosio goes across here now to 𝐶𝐶. 𝐶𝐶 out across to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿. Out across to Morrison, and back here to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿. So just in control here a bit, the Hawks. Trying to make the Pies defence work here, but they look pretty well set up behind the ball. So do they want to switch it again? Just waiting and seeing. And he's just going to go along here. And he's going right down Darcy Cameron's throat. Oh, but a few plays over commit here. And the little Watson's out the back for the handball receive. Takes a bounce. Now dubs it over the top into space. And it's a beautiful kick. He finds Hardwick all alone. All alone, sorry, in the pocket. Well, there you go. You had pretty much all the Pies tools go up for that. And that's what can hurt sometimes. When you don't have someone sweeping at the back, it can trickle out the back. And Watson was there for the handball receive. And a chance for him to get a screw involvement as Hardwick lining up for a snapshot here. Does he kick truly? The kick's on its way. Ooh, it's going to cut short. That would have given the Hawks the lead. 2:28 to play here. It's been, pretty hot start. Both sides moving the ball. With quite a bit of flashiness. It's been a pretty wide open game. There's Josh Dacos now back across here to Perriman. At Allen now. How's that kick? Does it sit here? Not quite. So picking off there is Bador now. Amon goes out across to 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿. So they've seemed to possess the ball quite a bit in the back half here, the Hawks. We do know they want to go, but the Pies do set up fairly well. So they're just sitting and waiting to see anything they like. So he's just going to go long down the line to the tools. Oh, 𝐴𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿 sort of flew a bit early, but was able to come down with it. So now he's going to go to the pocket, and that's a good kick. Should find on the chest there is that man again. Chance for Hardwick to get a 7-point play here. Missed just before. Good goal here. Yeah, how about that, 8? 𝐴𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿 was sort of expecting a bit of contact flying for that one, but in the end, didn't get any. So he sort of looked like a bit of a fool flying for that, but he takes the mark. So Hardwick now, this man can be a lovely kick for goal. So can he kick truly here? A bit of a difficult angle, but the kick's on its way. It's going to go across the face, not even make the distance, and actually stay in play. Oh, that was clever from Allen. Did a little bit of a fake and now clears out of the 50 towards the Macquarie direction and 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐿 direction. Hardwick now gives the hands back here to 𝐺𝐼𝐻, and they can rebound with another inside 50. It's a poor kick though, Houston. He's had a good start. takes the intercept mark. A few intercept possessions here for Houston this game. And out wide will find Crisp, but Jaff gets there in time to get the ball in. So 29 seconds there either side. Wouldn't want to concede another ball in centre wing. Seconds to play here. Front position is Darcy Cameron. Tackled is Connor Nash. Ball up again. He gets the head out. Nice one there to 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Bit of a fumble though. That's going to be holding the ball. Crisp had a really good start to this game and now quickly gives the hands to Ned Long. Clever tap into space here for McCrew and they can go quick here, the Pies. How about that for a centering ball? All alone is Bobby Hill. Oh, why did he try and take it with one paw? Keeps the ball alive here for Josh Dacos. Out here to Red Allen. Needs to find a kick. Too much hang time. Siren's going to sound as my check marks. Oh, they ran out of time there, the Pies. That won't count. But what a start to this game of football. 4 goals 1, plays 3 goals 3. Hawthorn got the early jump with, I think, 2 or 3 in a row whilst the Pies responded. And, yeah, both sides have had their chances of scoring. Oh, there's 𝐴𝐿𝐴 giving a bit of crap for Bobby Hill. Looking like there might be some tempers flaring throughout the duration of this match, no doubt. But, yeah, really wide open game, this one. Both sides wanting to move the ball quickly. Pies have scored some nice goals off the turnover, whilst the Hawks have gotten a few from stoppage and a few from the back half. Inside 50s, Hawks are winning 14-9. Clearance game, they're winning by 2, 6-3 in the stoppage clearance game, and they're winning the contested ball by 8. So a lot of the numbers say they are in control. But the Pies have been pretty efficient to make the Hawks pay off their mistakes and fumbles and etc. Let's have a look at few of the stat leaders for that game. There's been a few players to definitely take note of. I think no doubts that man, Jack Crisp, 5 touches, but really been involved. 3 contested possessions. Dan Houston, 9 touches. Nick Dacos with 8, side bottom with 9. As for Collingwood, 𝐴𝐿𝐴 already with 2 snags with the 10 touches. Mick's been pretty good. I think he's getting the better of Darcy Cameron, to be honest. Some of his hit-out work's been really nice. 10 hit-outs to 6 his way in comparison to Darcy Cameron. Warple, I think, has been pretty big in there early on. 3 contested for him. Connor Nash with 5. And 𝐼𝐿𝐴 with 4 contested posies. Better first quarter. You take that. Definitely if you're a Hawks supporter. But both teams have shown some threats. I think Collingwood have definitely shown some. I mean, they could have gotten that goal late. Looking through it. So Jeremy Howe having some sort of a season. He's already on 4 intercept possessions. Dan Houston with 4 too. Contested possession leader, 5 for Connor Nash, 4 for 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Ned Long with 4 contested possessions. Off a career best game last week, no doubt, Ned Long. I think he's given away a few free kicks. He's given away 2 free kicks already. But 7 touches, 4 of those contested for him. But he's been a little bit inefficient. He's actually got 5 clangers from 7 touches, Ned Long. Centre clearances, 2 for 𝐴𝐿𝐴 and 2 for Josh Dacos. Inside 50s, 2 for Ward, 2 for Newcombe and 2 for 𝐴𝐿𝐴. And score involvements, 3 for 𝐴𝐿𝐴 and 3 for Nick Dacos. So 𝐴𝐿𝐴's definitely come to play here. He's if you did see at quarter time when the siren sounded, 𝐴𝐿𝐴 gave a bit to Bobby Hill. So he's definitely come to play, no doubt, and already 2 goals for him so far. But they're showing a few highlights of the Pies goals. Like that one was really quality. You know, where Josh Ward coughs it up and they just get it and go. The Pies go with pace, by hand, and 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 goals. See a high octane start from both sides. It feels like Collingwood have probably been a little bit more, I guess, dangerous with how they're moving. Whilst Hawthorn, they do want to go quick, but they're sort of forced to go a bit slower. But they've definitely shown a few opportunities to score as well. They do have the more scoring shots and the more inside 50s as well. Jeez, they can't afford another injury to Dylan Moore, if that's the case. It's been, in the wars, pretty much his whole career, to be fair, Dylan Moore with injury. Pies getting back in positions here, ready for the second term. So it's the Pies by 4 points. Rightio, so better get underway for quarter number 2. Looking like we've got a game on our hands. Surely a close finish. I think it's been a while since we've had like an epic finish on stream that I can remember. Anyway, we're underway for quarter number 2. Pendlebury. That looks like a bit of a throw, to be honest. And it is advantage here now for the Hawks. D'Ambrosio slices a kick short here to Ginnivan. Gets the half volley, but a good tackle from Josh Dacos. Ineffective, though, as they get it out here, the Hawks. Weddle now to Josh Weddle. And what can he find? A kick inside 50, almost Hardwick. Crisp off hands to Josh Dacos. Been a very shrewd move to him at half-back. Ward had to do a bit better there, to be honest, with that tackle. And now they get and go here, the Pies, through some hand passes. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 out here to Jack Crisp on his left shoe. This is what they do well, but he puts out in the full. They can just find separation so well. And that, don't tell me that was actually going to be paid as a mark. Look, clearly out in the full. But just how they get their backs turned and run towards goal, they just seem to get separation so well in the transition there, the Pies. And if that kick was a bit better, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 would have marked and would have continued to link in the chain. But out in the full, Brass down the line. Ginnivan now. Intercepted nicely here from Nick Dacos. He's having a good start to this game. In the corridor, he finds 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. He gives it back here to Nick. Just jams it on the shoe. Bit of a nothing kick picked off there from Weddle. And now they work their hands here, the Hawks. Josh Ward's kick, no good. That's out in the full. Give the Bronx cheers. So 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 Cameron now goes long down the line. Who's he got in the air? Off hands, Jack Crisp. He's looked good around the trenches, and he goes deep here for Elliott. Is it a holding free? And I think it is. So Jamie Elliott will line up for his second here. And if he does kick his third tonight, he will move up into third place in the Coleman. If you weren't on stream in the first term, we did discuss that he's currently 4th in the Coleman. He's having some sort of a year. So Jamie Elliott should really be kicking this goal to get the margin out to 11 points. And he does. So Jamie Elliott, yeah, geez, what a season he's having now. They're showing a highlights package of him now. Unbelievable. He's just he's just been kicking bags of goals, simple as that. And if he kicks another tonight, he will move up into third place on the Collingwood. Yeah, going good things. Smash off the go well yourself, mate. So Jamie Elliott gets his second for the night. Jeez, he almost actually missed that, to be fair, looking from that angle. Golden Pie had to move a wee bit. So Pie's now out to a 10-point margin. Jack Crisp, see, he's just been big again. Gets that grand ball. Nick Dacos, so he puts Cameron under the pump with that hand pass. Somehow gets it out, but he's going to be pinned on the ball there, and he is. And now they can go quickly here, the Hawks. 𝐓𝐿𝐴, very nicely done. Gives the hands to Ginnivan. Is he going to go for his third? Jack Ginnivan. Ooh, yeah, he's got it. Jeez, what a delayed reaction. David Roden wasn't quite sure, but he is now, as he signals a goal, and Ginnivan has got 3. Unbelievable, eh? You just knew this man was going to turn up against his former side. And he gets a goal back. Well, from the centre bounce there, the Hawks were away, but the hand pass from Dacos definitely put Cameron under the pump and holding the ball. They want to go with advantage, and I don't know what Pendlebury's doing there. He's got to wrap him up better. Yeah, geez, it looked like it was going to swing across, but just holds the line. Ginnivan's got 3. Wow. Back on the one in the middle. 𝐴𝐴 now. We'll get the centre clearance. Oh, mopped up beautifully from 𝐼𝐻𝐿 and goes back the other way towards centre half forward. In front, though. Great mark there from Battle. And can now chip it out wide here to 𝐵𝐻𝐿. So in the corridor finds Connor Nash. Looking like they've predicted the corridor fairly well here, the Pies. So Nash probably just forced to go long to a contest here. Cameron, can he fly? Charlie was able to nudge him out. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 was under disposal. Didn't have prior. So Pies ball instead. Meek gets the head out. He's been good with the head outs, Meek. How about that? And now Connor McDonald can stab a kick to... Nah, no good. Oh, bounces off the chest, though, of Frampton. Gets it out. Pendlebury, good tackle. Just gets to 𝐴𝐴 in time, and we'll have another ball up. Have a go, Owsley Trump fan. Welcome, mate. So this is going to be a tough battle, too. Yeah, no, it's been a good start. Both teams, I feel, setting up well. And 𝐴𝐴 has a chance. Snap for goal, but it's the point post. And another ball in. So another ball in. It's a forward 50 stoppage for the Hawks. Cameron gets that head out. It's a nice one to side bottom and clears the 50. No fuss. Into space. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 overhead. That's a really good mark. Really good mark. He didn't really have his body towards the direction of the ball too. Or where it came from. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴 now. Gets the 1-2 with 𝐵𝐻𝐿 and goes with a shallow entry inside 50 more. Haven't really said his name early on, but makes a good repaired effort with a strong tackle. Umpire's ball. And, hopefully going well there, Cinnamon Roland Dean. Good to see you a lot in the chat. Stoppage is starting to rack up here. And Meek swing and a miss. Pendlebury now. Out to Nick Dacos. Corridor hand pass. Ball in dispute here. Crisp wins in on that one. He's been pretty busy. And now Josh Dacos out wide here to side bottom. Lovely kick. And this can open up the ground here for the Pies. Sidebottom wants to try and get the hands to 𝐼𝐴, but instead goes by 𝐶𝐶. Finds member in a bit of space. 𝐼𝐴 over, commits and fails. And now they can catch them out the back here. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 with a low flat kick. Finds 𝐿𝐼𝐿 on the lead. And he has a chance to kick his second of the quarter. From the back half, the Pies go. And yeah, 𝐼𝐴 there just in two minds. And, oh, not 15 here for Houston. Okay. Sidebottom now. Sidebottom. Oh, what a goal. Still Sidebottom. Huge kick. Gets a goal back for Collingwood. Back out to 10 points. Well, yeah, decided to be unselfish there, 𝐿𝐼𝐿, which he actually usually has been his whole career. But it wasn't 15 to Dan Houston, so he had to give it quick. Sidebottom. And yeah, geez, he's been lethal this year. Still Sidebottom by a foot. But yeah, nicely built up there from the Pies. Like the kick from Sidebottom. He's on the board. Back into the team from yeah, pretty much injury, I think it was. But yeah, they're managing their old plays fairly well here, Collingwood. So in the middle we go again. 6 goals, 1 place, 4 goals, 3 back and forth. This second term is a wee bit. He grabs out of the ruck. Just gets the hands out. Tap from 𝐼𝐴. Pretty clever. Oh, poor stuff there from... yeah, geez, it looked like a bit of a throw. But anyway, Nick Dacos inside 50. That's from D'Ambrosio. He coughed it up right to Nick. And now the ball in the forward pocket here for the Pies. And 𝐻𝐻𝐿 under the pump kicks it out in the full. Pressure's been up and about here for the Pies. 203. A very good number. And 8 to 3 tackles usually win those numbers each and every week. And he goes deep to the square. Here's 𝐓𝐿𝐿. Can Cameron fly? Barras, is he going to be claimed the mark? He is. That's a good flight. Still feels weird seeing Tom Barras in a Hawks Guernsey. I don't know. Just looked like it was an eagle for life. Battle now. Didn't really need to give the hands there, but Amon, as we said before, he's been one of the best kicks in this Hawthorn side, and he finds in space 𝐼𝐴, and now they can go here at the back. Kick over the top. He beats out one-on-one 𝐼𝐴 𝐼𝐿 there, and he's actually a free for him. It was a block. They want to keep the ball in motion here, the Hawks. He goes short now to Jalen Moore. Does he want to find a lead, or is he's just going to horseshoe it around here to 𝐻𝐻𝐿? He's got 𝐵𝐶𝐿 on a deep option, but he's going to go inside 50 instead to 𝐶𝐿. Perriman back with a flight. Did well to hold up, and he clears and rebounds here for Collingwood. Back in the 𝐻𝐻𝐿 direction. And couldn't take that one almost. Now, hand pass from 𝐷𝐿𝐿, not so great there. An umpire's ball it is. Darcy Cameron gets this hit out. Warpore, nice rove, and hacks it around the corner. In front, though, that man again, Jeremy Howe. Jeez, he's been good. Clears now, and what a kick. This could work here for Oscar Elliott in the corridor. Big ball to be won here. Gives the hands now to 𝐼𝐴. Over the top, in the lead. They find Jamie Elliott again. Jeez, he has been causing a few headaches here, no doubt, for Sam Mitchell. He is really getting the better of Josh Battle this game so far. So he's going to go for goal here. So can Jamie Elliott goal here? Kicks on its way. It's a big kick. It looks pretty good. Does it have the leg? I think it does. Jamie Elliott, he's having a game. Ginnivan down one end, Elliott the other. Both players have got 3 goals each. It's a shootout at either end of the ground for these small forwards. And yeah, that goal puts him into third place in the Coleman, I think. He overtakes Jesse Hogan for now, for this round. Having some sort of a season, eh? So Collingwood extend their margin out to 16 points. A lovely snag there. So back on the centre bounce. Need a response here. Hawthorn. Pies pressure really starting to outdo the Hawks here. Yeah, third place for Elliott. Tying with Ben King. Warple gets a little clearing kick, but no good. Crisp there to mop it up. Goes back the other way. Falls to Nick Dacos. Gives the hands over the top to 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Now to 𝐵𝐴. Crunches between one. Oh, he turns it over. Aim on now. Can quickly go back the other way with a kick into space here for Nick Watson. They've got some overlapping options here. Watson just going to settle with a short kick. Connor McDonald. Has he got an option in the square? Is that 15? Don't think it is for Gunston. Or has he still got a bit of agility? That's going to be holding the ball. What a tackle. And now the Pies can go the other way. Ed Allen kicks not great, to be honest. That should be all battle free against 𝐓𝐡𝐞. And inboard, he finds John 𝐬𝐿𝐴. So 𝐬𝐿𝐴 now in the corridor. 21-14 inside 50 is the Hawks' way as well. Pies have been really efficient. 7 goals won off limited entries. And now the Hawks will get another crack at it here. And they find the short option of Gunston. That's not 15. Has to go around the corner, and it will work because they've got actually 2 options out the back. Josh Weddle marks in the square, and they'll get the response here, the Hawks. And Weddle goals. Back to 10 points in the margin. Good quality game this one though. Hawks hanging around. And they've had the more inside 50s, let's remember. Have the go well, Matrix. Welcome to the stream, mate. So 7 goals, 1 place, 5 goals, 3 in favour of the Pies. Pies are upping the pressure. Minging it off the turnover whilst the Hawks, they do have many of the numbers in the green, like the inside 50s, as they get another one here. More with the double fister out to space here for side bottom. Bit of a blind hand pass. Players have to go here. 𝐬𝐿𝐴 crunches between 2. And is he going to win a high? He is. I think that was against Pendlebury. Well, free here to the Hawks. Is it from a gettable range? John 𝐬𝐿𝐴. Don't know, to be honest. Has he got it in him? He's going to go for goal. He's put in the mouth guard and the shorts. So can he go here, John 𝐬𝐿𝐴? Kicks on its way. Oh, lovely kick. Don't think it's got the leg. Oh, it's marked from Gunston. Wow, how have they let that slip, the Pies? Marked from Gunston and out the back in a crack of space. It looked like a true kick from 𝐬𝐿𝐴, landed short, but somehow Gunston's plucked it. So he'll kick a goal here and game on. Hawks, 2 in a row. Back in this game. And the margin back to 4 points. how's he taking that? That's a bloody good mark. They'll take that Hawthorn. Have to go well, Scott. Welcome, mate. Fair grab from Jack Gunston there. Ball back in the middle. Turn around to the Hawks. Game to 4 points. McCreary thrown in the centre. Bounces. Sockers it forward. Mopped up nicely from D'Ambrosio. Gives it hands. And now the Hawks can spread here with a few numbers. Carl Amon takes a bounce. Goes on his left shoe. Cameron back in the hole to fly. Chol did well to get there late to bring it to ground. Roved nicely from McDonald. Now Ginnivan. Back here to, I think that was Nash, inside 50. Howell drops his lollies. Side bottom tackled, ball in. Butter me up and call me Slippy, good mark. No, yeah, it was a bloody good clunk. Right on the goal line too. Those are a coach's headache, conceding goal line goals like that. Yeah, an umpire's ball. Meek hits it down. Chris throws it. Gets the kick forward into space. And this one will find the boundary. Cameron out of the ruck. Whacks it forward. 𝐼𝐴 flies, can't take it. Ned Long off hands, advantage paid. And now they can give the hands here to Pendlebury. Kick into space to side bottom. A bit of a scuffy one, but he has time. Side bottom now, wants to go back in board here to Beau McCreary. He's going to chip it in the corridor. Bit too late. D'Ambrosio gets there in time. Oh, that's a bit unlucky. Gives away a free. Looking like he might have did some marking infringing there. Dan Houston now. Probably on the edge of his range. So he now lowers the kick. And oh, it's a beautiful kick to Crisp. How about that? Perfect height too, that kick. Right in his overhead position for Crisp to mark. Yeah, he's had a good start to this game, Dan Houston. It's a perfect kick. You know, Crisp makes that little lead into a pocket of space. So can Crisp goal here? I think he's had a really good start to this game, Jack Crisp. It's been busy on the inside. 4 clearances, 12 touches. Can he goal here and get a response for the Pies? Hits the woodwork. Unlucky. So margin now 5 points. Sicily to bring it back into play. 5 goals, 1 from set shots for the Pies. Whilst for the Hawks, it's 3 goals, 1. Sicily now clears out of the 50. Flying almost there. D'Ambrosio tap forward from Chol. No good. Now the Pies get another inside 50, and that's a lovely kick. Brody 𝐼𝐴 marks. Beautiful kick there from 𝐼𝐴. And 𝐼𝐴, can he make it a 7-point play here for the Pies? The kick's on its way, and he sure can. That's a lovely kick. They've brought their shooting boots, the Pies. That's the 8th goal. 8 goals, 2. And they just keeping the Hawks at bay here. Out to 11 points. 6:31 to play here. It's, yeah, good game of sport, this one so far. High scoring. But yeah, just an interesting thing to note here. It looked like the Hawks were out and away, and yeah, you could just see all those Hawks players around the footy sort of were anticipating, let's run forward in numbers here, but they all sort of overcommitted whilst the Pies won it back, and there were options galore for that hand pass, and they get the inside 50 and they go. It's a good lead though for 𝐼𝐴, and kicks truly. 8 goals, 2. 6 goals, 3. 3 goals straight for Ginnivan and Elliott, and 𝐼𝐴's got his second. Ball back in the middle. Cameron starting to really get up in the ruck contest. Ned Long tackles Newcomb. Umpire's ball. Cameron with front position. Umpire's ball. Meek hits it down. Bit of a fumble there from Newcomb. No free his way. And 𝐓𝐿 now whacks it on the shoe. Just a bit of a torpy kick towards half forward. Ball comes from Frampton off hands Morrison. Gives the hands now to Josh Ward. Cuts between two. Breaks three. And now Connor McDonald for goal. Great smother from Perryman. It's been a good find for the Pies this year, Perryman. Playing more defence this season. Whilst he started on the ball in the first few rounds. Cameron front position. Gets a little clearing kick. Just finds Pendlebury, not 15. Hand pass into space here for Oscar Elliott. Big ball to be won. Goes in again. Now Josh Dacos wants to cut a kick in the corridor. Couldn't quite. But 𝐼𝐿𝐴 backs it up nicely. Gives the hands in board now to 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Who's he got on show here? A short kick just finds Bobby Hill. Geez, a really good moving the ball from the back half of the Pies. And Bobby Hill can tack on another hit. Looking impressive how they're moving the ball, the Pies. Looking like just a bit of that class above. Second Bobby Hill goal here. Out with personal reasons. I think it was last week, if I am correct. Kicks on its way. And that's going to hook across towards the left and through for a minor score. So it is at least a, I guess in a way, a handy point as it's now a 2-goal margin. Aim on to bring it into play. Short kick finds 𝐴𝐵𝐵. Kyle Amon out. And it's good running from Ward. They just want to find some space here in his non-preferred kick. We'll find Chol, but he'll... No, sorry, that's Giath. And how about that tackle from Elliott? Yeah, it's huge tackle. It was a bit of a crap kick from Josh Ward there, to be fair, because he sort of had to attack that one. But the... Oh, wow, 50. Okay, let's see this again. Didn't give the ball back in time. Jeez. Probably because he put the ball on the ground even though he was going to give it back right to him. I think that's a bit harsh, but probably there, to be fair. Elliott, oh, geez, what a season. He's now second in the Coleman, having some sort of a campaign. Pies will gladly take that. And again, their pressure just trumps the Hawks. How about that? They're just finding many different ways to score, whether it's off their pressure or it's off their really good ball movement from the inside to out. They've shown a bit of everything this second quarter. And yeah, Elliott, a big tackle there. I'd say this again. I think Giath's a bit unlucky. Like, he puts it on the ground. He's like... Yeah, you got to give it right back there. I think that's harsh, but it's there. I think it's there. Got to give that back. Can't put it on the ground. Derek, hopefully go well, mates. Pies hot, says yourself. This year marks first time since 2017 Pies home team against the Hawk. Yeah, wow. Yeah, there's always some very obscure fixture oddities. I know it was quite a while since we played the Pies of the G, for example. Hello from Tiwi Islands. Oh, hopefully everything's going well over there in the north end, my friend Derek. Good to see you in the stream. And then the Pies from the middle again. And how about that? They find the option, 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Jeez, they're looking good. They are looking good. Whilst this was, what, a 3-point game, the Pies can get this now. Out to over 20 points. Click of the fingers, eh? But yeah, what I've been saying about side bottom though, like that's a non-preferred kick. And we did say early in the second term he's been great by foot. Finds 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. He's been a little bit on and off with set shots. 1 goal 4 this year, but he will continue the goal kicking form tonight for this Collingwood side. How about this? Another snag for Collingwood. It is 10 goals 3. 24-point margin. Right from the centre bounce, the Pies go whack. There's a great hit out from Cameron. Both ruckmans have shown some good hit out plays. And Pendlebury out the side bottom. Like, geez, these veterans still so important for this Collingwood side. And the depth's just really shown at Collingwood this year too. No, they have been out. And these players come in tonight. Look at this, they're making an impact. But how about that kick from side bottom? Absolutely lovely. Exquisite. On a plate. Silver platter, as they say, for 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. And Mitchell just probably chatting quite a bit to his assistants as we speak. 3:03 to play until half-time. Cameron hits it down. And that's going to be a free for 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻. It was holding. Now Ward, back the other way. They need a response here, the Hawks. Maybe at the back here. Hand pass from Hardwick, no good. Allen mops it up. Back now to Houston. And it's a nice kick. He'll find 𝐲𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. Cameron takes the mark. I think that's probably his first contested mark this game. Cameron, I haven't really said much of his name in terms of marking. Ned Long now loops a hand pass over the top. Ball goes out. Ball in. 2:02 until half time. It was a fairly goal-for-goal affair early in the second term, whilst the Pies have kicked a burst of goals, 3 in 5 minutes, to get this game out to 24 points. It's been a period of dominance from the Pies in this second term. Cameron gets it forward, ball in. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻 plays to the high. Won't get it. Another ball in. Meek. Morrison tackle. Another ball up here. 10 goals 3, 6 goals 3. Directly a 4-goal margin. The Pies have been dominant the last 10 minutes or so. Now there's a bit of a stalemate. Morrison, bit of a hacky little kick forward. Allen slips over. Back here to Josh Dacos to side bottom. Works for Ned Long. Just a bit of a box kick around the corner from Long. The kick, not so great. It won't be paid to 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 as it was touched. So, umpire's ball instead. Jeez, it's been unlucky for the Pies. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 could have had a shot on goal there. The ball was in his mitts. Minute 15. Could there be another goal before the main break? Meek hit out to Ward. Kicking out of the 50. And now 𝐲𝐿𝐼𝐻 rebounds nicely back the other way. Inside 50 almost. Oh, a bit of a fumble from Meek. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻 now gets the hands out. And Ward just a bit of a panicky kick, but it works for Gunston. So now can the Hawks spread here quickly? But there's just nothing down the line for them. So will they go maybe back to go forward, or they will go down the line here? Oh, 𝐲𝐿𝐼𝐻, what a mark. Use ginnivan as a step ladder there. Hollywood Hawk says Haley. Yeah, geez, they're yeah, I felt at the start of the year they were still playing some really good football, but it's just slightly now continuing to fade out a little bit. They are getting found out, and I feel like they are a little bit, especially this second term. They just, sort of a bit lost trying to move the footy. The Pies are setting up really well. 15 seconds to play. Getting found out here a bit, the Hawks. Meek long down the line. Cameron can't flying 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐿. Just a bit of a toe poke forward coming around the corner. Darcy Moore, sorry, that is. 𝐵𝐵𝐴𝐴. And there's a siren for half time. So, won a second term from Collingwood. It was goal for goal early in the second quarter, I should say. But they've gone whack. The Pies have kicked 3 goals in the last 10 odd or 8 odd minutes of the quarter to get out to a 24-point margin. They look like they're just simply the more efficient team. Whilst the Hawks had a bit more of the inside 50s, but they've really upped the pressure, the Pies, and there's just a level above on either team moving the ball, especially from inside to out. The Pies just know what they're doing. They get their hands into space. They hit some lovely targets. Their pressure's been great. Whilst the Hawks, it's been, they've had to have a number of repeat entries to finally get an opportunity for a goal. So, -5 inside 50s, but the Pies leading by 24 points. They've been efficient. Whilst for the Hawks, just not really looking like they have a clear method. It's looking like they want to go fast, but they just can't really go fast because Pies are just setting up really well. From Auckland says, Hayley, good to see a fellow, not in a way a fellow, given I'm not New Zealand, but good to see a Kiwi in the stream. Have a look at the, so 27 inside 50s for the Hawks, whilst it's 22 for the Pies. 21 to 16 clearances for Hawthorn. So a lot of the stats say they are in control of this game, but they've been efficient though, the Pies. Plus 10 contested possessions for Hawthorn. But it was an important first half of that second term from Hawthorn. Goal for goal, and they were able to kick out, I think it was 2 in a row from 𝐻𝐿𝐿 and 𝐵𝐵𝐴𝐴 to get the goal, to get the game back under a kick. But Pies are just a class above, really, with how they're moving, and especially. So 24 points the margin. I'm gonna go take a whiz and refill my water bottle, lads, and we'll do a footy red to pass the time, and probably one of those Sporkle quizzes. But have we got a game on here? It just feels like, as we say again, Collingwood probably just looking a bit too good. But let's see if the Hawks can throw back with a couple of punches. But I'll be back in a sec. Right, I'm back, everybody. We'll flick on a footy grid to pass the time. Hello from Tuzzy, says Hoot, where you go the Pies? You'd be certainly happy at the moment. Good half of football from your boys. I've missed this game, got into it when I lived in Melbourne a few years back. Oh, yeah, nah, fair enough. Yeah, definitely a great sport, and, especially for people that live abroad or new to the game or whatever, it's definitely one you can get around. I still sometimes get a few foreigners coming here and say they're new to the sport. It's like, oh, geez, I've been watching this and it's outstanding stuff. So, it's good stuff. One umpire's hating the Hawks like crazy. Yeah, I feel like the Hawks have been sort of stitched up, like a bit unlucky not to get a free hero there. But, they did get the holding free, the high free for 𝐓𝐡𝐞, which they did goal off, which was there. All right. Let's load up the... I just got an apple here too, by the way, lads. So I have the footy grid. So if you are new to the streams, I always like to do a footy grid during half time. Alright, so this week's grid, we've got a Collingwood and Hawthorn themed one. Here we go. So 5+ finals wins for the Hawks. So that's quite a bit of a number. Collingwood, premiership player. Get him a team at 30+ goals for 2 different clubs as well. Now, I don't know. Is that in a season? No, just in general. Okay. Well, I'm just thinking maybe a 𝐼𝐴. Not a great year for the Suns one season. 5+ finals wins, premiership player. We'll go Nick Smith from the Swans. Unique, there you go. There's options galore, really. Jack Inovan, teammate and a premiership player. We'll go with Tom Barras. 5%, damn. I thought that'd be sneaky. I should have just gone like Josh Dacos or something. That would have been like probably 2%. Premiership player. See, that's a perfect example of like trying to be too clever. It turns out to be absolutely obvious and clear as day. Because you're trying to think of, Barras for teammates, but, they weren't on the same team from the premiership. You know what I mean? 30+ goals, 2 different clubs, premiership player. We'll go Adam Schneider. 0.5. Pies and 30+ goals for 2 different clubs. Paul Williams. Yeah, 0.4. No, I'm thinking 𝐼𝐴 here, but could we go someone else? Like, I don't think Josh Kennedy would have kicked 30 goals for the Hawks. That just seems like quite a bit of a... Because, he played fairly limited games for Hawthorn before moving across to Swans. You see how I do these footy grids? I always like to make it Swans themed. Because that's just the best way, because obviously I'm a Swans supporter. I know probably the better than any of the teams. I'm tempted to go Ben McGlynn. I think, he probably played a few seasons for Hawthorn before moving across. No. Ben McGlynn's a no. Okay. That's interesting. Wait, so 30 more goals for 2 different clubs. I could have sworn McGlynn would be one, but okay. I'll just go 𝐼𝐴 then. 𝐼𝐴 9%. That's an absolute stitch up. I should have thought McGlynn was one. I'm going to check after the game, after this grid, and see if I'm right. 𝐼𝐴 teammate for Hawthorn. Let's go Finn McGuinness. 2%. Collingwood and Jack Ginnivan teammate. Jack Imagine. Collingwood 5+ finals wins. Collingwood player. Paul 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐝. You're kidding. 5+ finals wins. That's quite a bit too. Damn. He stuffed up this grid. I'll just go 𝐼𝐵 from the Hawks. Probably not. No, it is. Damn. Decent grid, but yeah, stitched up at the end there. Now, I'm going to search this up. Ben McGlynn. Oh, you're joking. You're absolutely joking. Bloody footy grid not doing its research properly. 44. Oh, my God. Oh, wait, crap. No, there it is, 28. I read the wrong bloody column. 28 goals, so he was 2 off from being right here. I read the wrong bloody column. It was, 28 goals. Okay. I thought I was good there, but this isn't to be. But yeah, it's actually the other footy grid is, and it's shut down now, so that's what it is. All right, we'll do one of those Sporkle quizzes, shall we? Make sure to like and subscribe. Haven't already, lads. Just a bit of a waiting period here. Not too long until the second half. What do we got here? We've got some decent options. Clubs ex-listed players now at other clubs. We'll give this a crack. All right. So here we go. 222, 20 minutes. Obviously won't get it all done, but let's give it a crack. So I might as well go to Sydney. All right, there we go. Go to the Swans. There we go. So Port Adelaide, Laddams. Oh, wait. This is sort of structured in a way where... Hold on. What the fuck? Oh, clubs ex-players now listed. Okay, so it's the other way around. Okay, so Sydney player now at Port Adelaide. Is that right? That's really strange. Anyway, 𝐼𝐴. Collingwood, Mitchell, Collingwood again, Cameron, Adelaide's player from Sydney, Dawson, Carlton, Newman, 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐝, St Kilda. Used to be at Sydney. Obviously, Hanbury's now. Pink's one. Stevens. Parker. Player at Richmond that was from Sydney. Yeah, geez, it really makes you think, these ones. Player at St Kilda. No pattern would be for St Kilda. The other way around. Yeah, North Melbourne, Toby Pinkney, Dylan Stevens, Luke Parker, Costanti was one. A few of the Pies. So Collingwood, there's Darcy Cameron, there's Tom Mitchell, and then there's one more. Can't quite think who it is to be exact. Make sure to play along in the chat if you wish as well. See Nate Curvis for Richmond. McAndrew for Adelaide. That's the one. Collingwood and St Kilda left. It's like a small forward, or is it a defender? Might skip it for now, just move probably in order here. So Adelaide, former player from Port Adelaide. Well, Atkins, I know, is one. Yep, there we go. Geelong. So now plays for the Cats. That was from Adelaide. Dangerfield. Brisbane. Keys. Hinge. Wait, no, so they play for Brisbane now, so do they? Collingwood, Frampton, Hawthorn, came across, trying to think of the play, it's not, no, it was from Port. Player that plays the Hawks and now at the Crows. There's just that one I can't quite put my finger on. Skip it for now. A son, 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴. Two Demons players from the Crows. That used to play for Adelaide. Lever was one. And who was the other? No, Oscar McDonald's one. Just randomly came in my head. Player used to play for Adelaide, now at Melbourne. Jake Lever. Can't quite think of the other one. Move on to Brisbane. Go Neil. Sorry, it's the other way around. Former Brisbane player, now plays at Fremantle. Geez, absolute head scratches, these ones. Gold Coast from Brisbane. Berry. Anyways, players getting in positions now. We'll switch over. But yeah, these ones can really pick apart your brain quite a bit. Anyways, players getting back into positions now. Anything for this second half, so yeah. Feels like, yeah, the Hawks say the stats are in control, but just aren't looking very connected, moving the ball. Like, they're looking good in bits and pieces, but overall, the Pies have just been so damaging, off turnover and what they've been doing, been able to do from the inside to out. Underway for the third term. So, ball up here. All right, holding free here to Darcy Cameron. So now, going to go hit the 45 kick across here to Perryman. Inside 50 now. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 with the lead. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 breaks the tackle. Hands it over the top here to 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Now to Moore and to Ambrosio. Low flat kick. It works nicely here to Gunston. And he's got Shoal over the top here. Can he fly? Frampton in the good spot. Just gets there in time. Darcy Moore. Now to Allen. To McCreary. To Nick Dacos. Nice one there to Ned Long. And now to Perryman. Deep kick now. Forward of centre. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 back with the flight. Couldn't take it. Now Jamie Elliott gives it here with a nice kick for Allen. Look at that. Just over the top. The Pies too good once again with how they move the pill. And 𝐼𝐻𝐿 can tack on another here for Collingwood. Kicker's third. Picked apart the Pies defence beautifully there. The Hawks defence, I should say, sorry. So Brodie 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Can he goal here? Oh, he pulls it a bit short. So margin now 25 points. So Carl Amon now. Clears out of the 50. And both teams fly. Is Chol going to be paid then? Somehow he is, even though he's touched, I think, off Darcy Moore's mitts. Chol now down the line. 𝐵𝐶𝐿, a good grab. On centre wing. 𝐵𝐶𝐿 now. Leans it short. Pretty shallow entry. It's going to be free here to 𝐓𝐿𝐿. One arm was held. So, let's see. Got on Store. Is he going to go deep here to Chol, maybe? Maybe back himself. Did almost get a goal in the second term from a similar range. Landed short, though, so he probably doesn't know his range. Now, he's got 𝐼𝐻𝐿 all alone here. Yeah, he's seen him. No, he isn't. He's going to go for goals. I'll shut up. Kicks on its way. It's no good. Hits the point post. So down to 24 points, the margin again. How to bring into play. Now here to Perryman. Oh, Bobby Hill, what a fly. How about that? Beautiful against 𝐼𝐻𝐿. And he tries to play space for the 52. Gives hands now to Nick Dacos. A nice short kick he finds. 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Just what's going on here? A bit of shit happening off the ball. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 now. Takes his time, goes to the pockets. Almost a Mark Elliott off hands. This is where he's been great, Jamie Elliott. Just as roving in the forward 50. But his kick's no good there. Another minus score back at the 25. When do you think James Sicily been out of form? Yeah, geez, he's been ordinary. And, his first few games, Brendan, were fairly decent this season. I thought he had an excellent game against us. But, yeah, he's just been pretty limited. He just hasn't really had much influence on how they've been playing. Like, for them to become a better team. Like, he's just been quiet in games. I haven't really said much of his name. Obviously playing a bit of a defensive role tonight. But he is floated forward for this quarter. Or for this half, I should say. So they are trying something. Now, off the scramble where the Pies go. Look at these hand passes. Pendlebury now. Bit of a rare fumble. He goes back now to 𝐶𝐿. So they can reload. And they're looking great here on the spread, the Pies. 𝐶𝐿 gives the hands to Dacos. His left shoe, it's going to land short here for Elliott. Nicely done, breaks the tackle, straightens up, goes for goal. The crowd loves it. The Pies just a level above. Wow, Jamie Elliott, eh? I think he has to be in everybody's rolling all Australian teams by tonight, putting together some sort of a game. He's got 5 goals, and we're just 5 minutes on the count-up clock for this third term. Unreal. We have been seeing it with all Australian teams. Some older players really have a resurgence, like Taylor Walker and, Toby Green. Not really resurgence, but he was the best small forward in 2023. But could it be Jamie Elliott? Or 𝐼𝐴 𝐿𝐼𝐿? He's also been excellent. But yeah, Elliott, how about that? And that's what the Hawks were really let down by. A lot of missed tackles here and there. 𝐼𝐴 has to do better. He just lost complete leverage there. Didn't attack the footy well. He was never going to make that tackle. Elliott just brushed him aside. Margin now out to 31 points. Pies putting the foot down. And Elliott could be leading the Collingwood tonight if he kicks one more. Ball back in the middle. Cameron gets his own crumb. Big stuff there. Gets the centre clearance. It's going to land short. Mark to Tim Membry. And I think it was a free kick in the process too against 𝐼𝐴. So he's had a nightmarish start to this third term. Big win for Darcy Cameron though. And whilst Meek's probably won his share of the chocolates that first half, that's a big win from the ruckman. So can he go here? Tim Membry's been a good find for Collingwood this year. Been fairly nifty with his goal kicking ability. Just 3 touches, 2 marks tonight. So can he join the score sheet with a goal here? Kick is no good. Minus score it is. Not a having team in Hawthorn at the moment, says Brandon. Yeah, definitely not. Getting found out quite a bit, I feel, this year. And especially with how they're moving it. There's not really a clear and definitive game plan. And they've just been great off the turnover as well. The Pies, another entry here. Barras, that's a big mark. Free. Oh, wow. Shepherd from battle. It looked like it was all Tom Barras. But it's actually a free here. For Brodie 𝐼𝐴. We'll see the replay here again. I think that's a bit harsh, to be honest. Well, can 𝐼𝐴 goal here? You'll happily take it. Pies now really running away with this. It's out to 38 points. Just feels like every time they turn the ball over, they really get in and go. I think they work great in transition, and when they're moving the ball's been electric too. Just in so much space. Headlong goes banging. Yeah, just a bit of a harsh 3, I thought there. But to be fair, probably 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐿 gave it because he was just... It looked like Battle was really eyeing out 𝐼𝐴 early on. Grab contact and then turn around and look at the ball. Bit of a harsh free, but 𝐼𝐴 will gladly take that. Out here to 38 points. Cleared now from 𝐼𝐴, centre clearance. Out Allen. Back here to Houston, having a good game. And now Nick Daicos marks on the wing. Wants to chill off a kick down the line. Should find Headlong. And he does. Now down Houston. They just want to keep the ball in movement here. No, how about that free kick? Finds Jamiel on the lead. And he wants to cut the corridor. They're just absolutely on fire, the Pies. How about this? And that should be 52, to be fair. Lloyd Meek completely got there late. And now there's a bit of a fight going on. Yeah, but will be 50 to 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐿. Oh, jeez, that is reckless there from Meek. And he'll talk one home. The Pies, how about this quarter? Unreal, over 40 points now. Could be all over. They just don't have much of a clue, Hawthorn. We said this at half-time. As the game's worn on, they just... You know, they've really slowed down. They just can't find ways to move the ball end to end. I think especially the Pies' defence has been key to this. Back after finally getting the dishes. I know, good to hear, Ali. Nothing better. On the rolls back a stream. Yeah, that's just dumb there from Meek. Absolutely dumb. But yeah, geez, they're looking outstanding, Collingwood. They're just waltzing their way through the park with their ball movement, picking apart Hawthorn defensively all game long, really. So Lipinski off probably for a test. I don't know. He might be okay. Who knows, really? Yeah, I think he'll have a 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐿. So they just need something here, the Hawks. Do the half-backs need to get involved? They just got to really start upping the pressure here a bit. At least get back to their territory ways early in the second term when they were winning the inside 50s and able to kick a few in a row. And he's going to be pinned. No, he isn't. Umpire's balls here. Lipinski into the sheds. He'll go. Make sure you like and subscribe. Just join us. It's been a quality third term so far from Collingwood. Out to 40 points. Morrison can't get a kick away. Umpire's ball. Cameron a hit down. Gets his own crumb. Pendlebury gets a little kick forward. And pass smacked from a Hawthorn player to Nick Watson. Now they catch up. Just a high ball up. They need to compete here. The Hawks forwards. And out the back here works for 𝐓𝐿𝐿. Mops it up. Bit of a blind hand pass. Watson plays the high. Won't get it. Breaks the tackle. Back to go forward to 𝐴𝐿𝐿. A deep kick. 𝐵𝐶𝐰 in a good position here. That's sort of clever. He sort of tapped it there to McDonald. You could see that. He sort of flicked it back. He really should have gone for the mark, though, but umpire's ball instead. Clearing kicks. Not great from Allen. So it's going to be an opportunity here for Harry Morrison to go for goals, and they just need a response here, Hawthorn. So McGuinness warming up as a sub. But yeah, I think 𝐶𝐞 having a decent year, Morrison. Been playing, I think, the majority of the games for this side on the wing. Can he goal here? Kicks on its way. It's going to swing across. And it's sport through. For him on a score. 6 goals, 5 for Hawthorn now. Ooh, could Watson be subbed out? Jeez, I mean, that would be a bit of a harsh one, but, you know, he could be the fire starter for this Hawks side if they are to get back in the game, but if he's subbed out, there you go. Well, 11:55 to play in this third term. He gets front position, now cleared forward, inside 50 for the Hawks. Almost 𝐵𝐶𝐰, and taken over from 𝐼𝐿𝐿. So Hawks have it what they want at least. A bit of rare forward half time for them here. So what can they manufacture? Meek and Cameron. Cameron gets a little hit out. Meek gets the ground ball. Can he get it to a teammate? He can't get it out. Umpire's ball. Watson, nicely right after his trip there. Surely he'll get a free. He'll get a free of the trips there. So bummed. Come on, Hawks. Oh, geez, it might not be the best to come back then, Haley, if you said you're from New Zealand and getting back into the game, you support the Hawks at the moment. But yeah, no, they're still an exciting young team, but in a bit of a rut. I mean, yeah, getting found out a little bit. So it's just how they respond in these next few weeks. And look, they were in this game early in the second term, but yeah, they've just they just haven't really had much of a clue on being able to move the ball efficiently. So Watson, can he goal here? He sure can. Now, does that keep him out in the field? Because apparently he was going to be subbed. Watson on the board. But even that, like, he could be a fire starter. Just how he's able to get that hit out, receive from the hit out. Just crashes through. And yeah, the trip was there. It was actually Rove from Darcy Cameron's hit out, so there you go. It's actually class though. Like, I don't think Watson will be subbed now because he's just kicked that goal. So game now back to, could we say manager margin? It's still 37 points. It's been all the pies really in this third term, but can they win out in the middle? They can. Nash, big win to Newcomb. A bit of a shallow entry. Someone's got to fly here. Crisp. Well, Quinnell got in the way of the spoil. Could have been marked from Crisp on the second bite. More now. Can he stab a kick inside 50? He can. Jack Gunston. That's good footy from the Hawks. Can he goal here? So, is it on the cards here? Can he go, the veteran? Oh, looks good. Sneaks home. 2 in a row for the Hawks. So, out of the centre bounce, they go bang. I'll tell you what, though, like, that could have been a mark to Jack Crisp. He could have taken the second bite, but Quinnell, you see again, Crisp. Yep. That would have been part of mark. Quinnell gets in the way and spools it out of his mitts, basically. And then, yeah, off winning the ball back. Nice hit up from Dylan Moore. So, pretty much spoiled his own man. So, back to 31 points. Friend Dan will be happy. One of Collingwood's most hardcore supporters. Yeah, there's definitely plenty of them. You know, sometimes Dad talks about, you know, some of his colleagues at work and stuff. And, you know, one of them was a pretty big Blue supporter. And, oh, geez, he was disappointed. 2022, when they were so close of making finals, they lost the game late against the Pies. Bumped them out of the top 8. I was watching the game on Sky TV and the flatmate wanted to change their... Oh, that's fair enough. No, the Waratahs having a good season, so I don't blame them. I think they're in the top 4 at the moment. Come on, Magpie, says Derek. I think I should keep them at bay here. Maybe just a bit of a resurgence here for the Hawks. But who knows? Bobby Hill, nice push up there against Jath. Side bottom to help him out. Hands inboard now to Josh Dacos. What can he find? His left boot, non-preferred. How about that? Good kick. Should find Schultz. No. Well done from Hardwick. Thrown behind the ball. And I think that just has to be the move. Couldn't really impact much in the first half, Hardwick. Up forward. So, Sicily forward, Hardwick in defence. Basically swapped with each other. Nash, bit of a hack kick, no good. Schultz picked off from Ward. His hand pass, no good. Over the top now. Can they get a bit of run and drive here, the Hawks? Ginnivan kick just terrible. That's going to be a free to Howe. Chopping the arms. Being massive, Jeremy Howe. Could you say Jeremy Howe is like a top 5, top 3 most important player for Collingwood this year? I don't think that's that crazy, to be honest. He's just been key so key defensively this season. Anyway, Hoskin Elliott marks. Muskin Elliott down the line. Aim on now. So they turn it over here, the Hawks. Can they get a bit of run? Connor McDonald. Oh, that's a bad kick. It's going to be picked off, 𝐴𝐿. And now side bottom. Can get it and go. Takes a bounce. Takes 2 bounces. Veteran will take a 3rd. And will he take a 4th? He will. Jeez, he looks a bit cooked. Inside 50. 𝐓𝐴𝐿. That will be a mark. It's a good mark. It's been very good intercepting wise this year, even though he's had a bit of a disappointing 3rd term at the same time, whilst I say it. Long down the line. 𝐵𝐶𝐿. That's what he needs to do. Hold on to those clunks. And across now to 𝐼𝐴𝐿. Oh, geez. Bit of a nothing kick. Ball from Ned Long into open space here. Side bottom, a big gather. Hand pass not so great. Ned Long couldn't go and get it. Ball to be one here. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 side bottom tackles Nash. Bro TV here. Not too sure what you mean, Derek. Don't tell me your telly's stuffing up, mate. Bit of a poor timing for that to happen whilst the Pies are on for your sake. Clearing ball. Works nicely here for 𝐴𝐿, that is. Been intercepting nicely here, the Pies, and they find a bit of space side bottom. My check overhead, couldn't take it. Bobby Hill tackled, umpire's ball. Umpire's ball again. Hawks have come back from more. In terms of, like, in general, like the past few seasons or last year. But anyways, crisp now. Oh, don't tell me. Ooh, would have been decent. Broke off a tackle, but his kick's no good. Might have scored to the Pies. So, margin now 32. Now Josh Weddle. Short to battle. So does he just want to go down the line here, Battle? He is. Long down the line. 𝐵𝐿 flies. Couldn't take it. 𝐼𝐿 at ground level. Fairly quiet 3rd quarter. Ed Allen's shown some moments. Watson off the bench, I think. Aim on now. Under the pump. Oh, can't be fumbling there. Battle. And he's taken over. Thanks for your channel. Oh, yeah, no worries, Harley. Appreciate you subscribing, and good to see you getting around the stream. But every now and then new people come on and on the stream, on the chat. It's the beauty about streaming. Some new people each and every stream getting around it. But of course, I always appreciate the returning viewers, of course. Anyway, ball to be one here in the middle. Pendlebury has been very busy, and now they can reload here. Oh, Perryman, bit of a fumble. He's under the pump. Has to get it out to Nick Dacos. A jumping hand pass. It works to Howe. Oh, jeez. But it lands on his shoe. And that has to be deliberate. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. That is deliberate error of the week from what we've seen. I know it's a skill error, but, I think that had to be there. Anyway, ball in centre wing. Connor Nash can't get a clean possession. 𝐓𝐿 can, though. And that's a throw. That's a high, though. Ooh, but the throw became... that's unlucky. He looked like he was taking high. Anyways, turnover the Pies can go. Pendlebury. Across now to McCreary. Now out Allen. He could go for goals. No, he goes with another hand pass. My check on short. That's just... Oh, no great smother there from Hardwick. He can go in again with a tackle. He does all right. Holds it up at least. And now 𝐓𝐴𝐿 picks it off. Gives the hands. Oh, not clean there, D'Ambrosio. Usually more cleaner than that. And he's instantly tackled. Good pressure from the Pies. 4:54 to play. Until three-quarter time. Sullivan warming up as a sub. McGuinness and Sullivan, either side, yet to come on. Headlong tackle on Busball. Neither next the Hawks for any chance. Bit of a stalemate in these last few minutes. Long applies a tackle. We'll go again. No, he's gone. Great tackle. So Long's free. Yeah. Did well. Pin the arm. Ed Long sets it up. Who can fly? In front is Weddle. Bounces off his knee. Tried to get a clearing quick. McCree mops it up. Membry couldn't get the hand pass to a teammate. Gets a short stack there. Hardman. And now Hardwick, sorry. Bit of a shallow kick. Ned Long goes in again. Extracts out into space. D'Ambrosio crunched. Bobby Hill. How about that? Breaks a tackle. Finds some space. That will work. That will work. It's a bit of a wonky kick, but it falls short to Tim Membry. And he can get a responding goal here for Collingwood to keep the game at bay for the Hawks. So, should be going here, Tim Membry, to get this back over, or close to 40 points, 38 to be exact. And he does so. But yeah, the pressure's been unreal from the Pies this third quarter. Seeing basically the same again like the second. Hawthorn just really stifled by the Pies' pressure. And just from anywhere around the ground, just, you know, how they can link up by hand. And oh, they just look like the complete package, the Pies. Ned Long did well to stand himself up in the tackle. But yeah, like great pressure there from McCreary, Bobby Hill. Bit of brilliance. And yeah, no, the ball drop was a bit corrupt there. I think he was going for goal, but landed short. It's a bit of a wobbly kick. But works for Tim Membry. He's got his first of the game. Oh, just it looks so much. It looks clever when from that angle. It looks a lot more clever because it looked like he sort of snapped it in a way. Well, back in the middle we go. The Pies continue to put the foot down. Meek gives the hands. Ward, good running, but he just can't be fumbling there. Inside mids can't be fumbling. Kicker's smothered. Nick Dacos very clean gather. And can now give the hands to Berryman, and he does. Now he goes by Shoe, the former Giant. Ooh, good contest there. One out. Perryman. Oh, not Perryman, sorry. Morrison. Good pressure there from Schultz and holding the ball. Big tackle. Schultz now. Always a big inclusion, Lachie Schultz. I think he's gotten a few holding the balls this game. Josh Dacos now. Short to side bottom. So it's Scrimshaw that's been subbed out. There you go. Yeah, he had a disappointing start to the quarter. Gotten killed a bit defensively. $2:16 to play here till three-quarter time. Just look at the sweat on him. I reckon he's got this in him. Alright, I'll shut up. He almost put it out full. That's the commentary curse for it, I guess you can say. So under 2 minutes to play here. So aim on. So yeah, they're going a tall short here. That's probably the right call. They need to probably shorten up in defence to allow for a bit of rebound. And then get a bit of pace on footy. But yeah, like at times, they looks like they want to go fast. They want to try and bite off the corridor. But yeah, the Hawks, the Pies, sorry, just setting up really well. Minute 47 to play. Hopefully go well, Anthony. Welcome, mates. Yeah, no, I watched a bit of it. Yeah, the Blues ones. So yeah, looking like they might win it this year. They didn't win it last year, didn't they? Warple now. Great pressure again. See, look at this. It's a bit overuse from the Hawks. Struggling to really get an exit. And now off the turnover, the Pies can go. Bobby Hill, the tap. Almost works to 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴. There you go. Just 2 Pies plays on the 1 Hawk. Bang. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 now. Just gets a little knee away. 𝐓𝐡𝐞. It's a good tackle. Impossible. Meek hits it down. 𝐓𝐶𝐞 can't quite get the ground ball and tackled right away. Impossible. Wow. Look at that. That is unreal. 37 just to 6 tackles in the forward half. Collingwood's way. That is outstanding. That is unreal number. Anyway, Meek gives away a free here. It's going to be Darcy Cameron's ball, I'm pretty sure. Rucker infringement free. No, it's 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴. Yeah, got him in the throat there a bit. Anyways, 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴 kicks on its way. It's going to land short and rush through for a minor score. So they're closing in on the ton, the Pies. So yeah, concussion for 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴. That could put Big Lloyd Meek in a bit of trouble. So Ned Reeves, will he be getting the call up? Should he be suspended? 16 seconds to play here. The Pies just a level above tonight. It's not even the end of the game. I'm talking like it is. But realistically, it is. D'Ambrosio around the corner. And there it is, 3/4 time siren. 14 goals, 993. It's 40 points at 3/4 time. Pies pressure outstanding. Oh, geez, Gunston's copped a bit of a nasty one. He's going to have to get a bandage. But yeah, just levels above and how they move the footy, the Pies, how they arrive at numbers, how they hunt, the pressure. Oh, totally outdid Hawthorn. They've stifled their ball movement. Whilst the Hawks have been able to get some scores and get a bit of a surge from the stoppages and clearance game, etc. It's just really been all the Pies, to be honest. You can have a say they're in danger in this third term whilst they kicked 2 or 3 in a row, I think it was. So, Pies by 40 points. And, yeah, winning the inside 50s by 2. The clearances, Hawthorn are winning, and they're winning the contested ball by 3. So, plus 6 clearances Hawthorn's way. But if you look at the tackles, 66 to 28. That's unreal. That is a crazy number. 66 to 28. And it was like, what was it again? 26 to 6 in the forward half. Unreal numbers for the Pies there. Just smacking them with the pressure. Stifling them. Have a look at some players, shall we? At 3/4 time, who's really tickled me fancy? I mean, Sidebottom's been a class again. Looking like a 3-vote performance. He's got 22 touches with 2 goals. Dacos has been pretty clean as well with 23 touches and a goal. Brody 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴 with 11 and 3 goals. ginnivan with 3 goals, but all in the first half being fairly quiet since. Clearance leader Connor Nash with 7. James Worpel with 5. Meek with 5. Crisp with 5. Cameron with 5. But yeah, it just felt like a really team performance from Collingwood. 2 goal assists for Ned Long. Lipinski's got 2. Hill 2. Gunston 2. Meters gain leader. Sidebottom with 471. He's been, quality tonight by a foot. Intercept possessions. 6 for 𝐷𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴. Yeah, Jeremy Howe. I did say it early in the quarter. Would Jeremy Howe, if you just joined us, would he be one of the most important players for Collingwood this season? Like, if they were to lose him for the rest of the year, like, oh, geez, with that, like, is he been more important than Darcy Moore this year? As crazy as that sounds, because he's just been unreal. Just so reliable. Dan Houston with 6 intercept possessions. 𝐷𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴 with 6. 𝘼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴 𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐴 has got 5 intercept possessions. Score involvements leader Ned Long with 9. How about that? Inside mid, but with 9 contested, but also Rack up the score involvements. Jamie Elliott been one of the best 4.5 players for the Pies tonight. 5 goals, 9 score involvements. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼 with 8, Dankos with 8, Nick that is. An inside 50 litre 6 for 𝐓𝐿𝐼, but yeah, it's looking like a bit of a down night for the Hawks. Not really much method, not really much plan to how they've gone at it. They've just been able to, get a few opportunities through centre bounce or through a stoppage here or there, but like just watching the game, you can see there's a clear plan for Collingwood or Hawthorn. Just not really sort of improvising in a way. Sort of like the game last week, the Swans versus the D's. The D's had a very good plan on how they moved it, whilst for the Swans, it just looked like they were sort of improvising and coughing the ball up in poor positions. Anyways, Pies in control. Just going to go take a whiz. I'll be back in a quick sec. But Pies by 40 points. I'm back, everybody. Just time for the final quarter to start. As a neutral, not quite the game we would have probably hoped for, but yeah, mate. I tell you what, they're just excited to watch the Pies. Like, just looking elite on pretty much all facets of the game, and look, Hawthorn just haven't really been able to keep up the pace. They've been stifled by their just pretty much outstanding pressure. Right away for the fourth term. So, what can Hawthorn do? I guess the game technically could still be in the balance, but we'll see. As they get an early inside 50, more mops it up. Now out to Jack Crisp. And now Scotty Pendlebury. Does he find something in the corridor here? No, he's going to go deep. How does he... Where does it land? It goes over. Ball in. Sturdy will be up. He's Hawks in smash. Yeah, no, I don't think he's a big fan of the Hawks, the Sturd, so he'll be up and about. But yeah, I think really everybody tipped the Pies. I mean, maybe a few tipped Hawthorn, a few Bravesters. I don't mind the shout, but again, it's just so hard to go against Collingwood. I think I've only tipped against them once this year. No, sorry, I've tipped us against them, but this is before we really knew they were clearly the best team in the comp. To be fair, I did tip the Cats against them and that paid off. Even though they were still in a very good position to win well. Maybe Charles still in the game, was injured. No, he's still in the game. He's not on the bench at the moment, so he's out there. He had that lovely kick inside 50 in the first term. And that's where the Hawks looked the most dangerous. It looked like we were on for goal. They were moving it with a bit of pace. Transition game was looking good. They just haven't been able to absorb this Pies pressure. Anyways, McCreary now, inside 50, a high ball up. Who are the Flyers? Hardwick, that's a good grab. Pretty impactless as a forward in quarter 1 and 2 of Hardwick, as he's now swung back for quarter 3 and 4. Howe, look at that, just a big win again, but that's a bit unlucky. The spoil came, but 𝐓𝐿𝐴 read it nicely. So now the Hawks can spread. Lovely hand pass from Amon over the top here. Does it sit for McGuinness? It does. Back now for Gunston. On his non-preferred, can he find 𝐶𝐶? The spoil from Frampton, too good. You never know, Gary. You can definitely see where he gets them in junk time. If you don't know what that means, junk time just means like the game's over, junk time. The Pies' defence might slip a little bit and they could kick one, but who knows? They've only got the 8 goals for the evening. Dacos to his brother of Josh. Back now to side bottom. Whacks it on the shoe. Being elite tonight. Weddle flies. Oh, what would have been lovely. Drops it though. Pendlebury off hands now. Gives it to Sullivan, the sub. Ooh, puts Elliott under the pump. It's not a great hand pass. Not a good hand pass. On the ball. Ginnivan now. It's going to take a tackle from Brasto. Left his man to get there. That's going to be 50 against 𝐓𝐿𝐴, I think. It's against 𝐓𝐿𝐴. If he does, I get 2K. Really hope he does. Oh, no. Best of luck then, Gary, mate. I'm not really much of a punting man myself, but I've had a few mates and stuff that have gotten big winnings, so... Yeah, I don't know if you watch The Simpsons, but I'm like, when Marge does one of those wuss bets. I did like one multi back in the day, and I won like $2. How good. Can he go here? Just had a few stabs at it, Morrison, but he misses again. That's not a score. Margin now, 39 points. How goes quick to Josh Dacos. Jeez, he was crunched late there, Josh Dacos. Didn't get a free, though. And Allen, bit of a soccer. Ginnivan now to Dylan Moore. Darcy Cameron back in the hole. Sorry about this. I'm just adjusting something. Anyway, kick down the line here. Ball in. Pies right. Oh, exactly right, Derek. I'm just him off and he won't do anything as he's no goals yet and I need him to get 2. Really needs to step up. I've got everything else right. Yeah, no, that's a shame if you get everything right and then that one stuffs you up. Meek now whacks it inside 50. McGuinness tackles. Oh, Perriman a bit unlucky there, I felt. Umpire's ball. Go Hawks, you can win, says Hem. Like the optimism, mate. No, it's looking like a bridge too far. But hey, can they kick the first of the final term? That would be something. McGuinness just going to set up. Jeez, that's a really high ball. More with the double fister. And McCree just couldn't get that ground half volley. And McDonald's kick's no good as it's picked off from Ed Allen. Allen now. The Sand Groper out across. We can't see who it is, Perryman. He goes down the line. Josh Dacos to his brother of Nick. Just a high ball around the corner. Crisp will fly. And impossible. Good pressure again from the Pies. Now Bobby Hill gets the ground ball. He releases Sullivan here. Just got to dab it over the top. And how about that? Just how they spread the Pies when they know that they need to go. Blitzes the Hawks defence yet again. And 𝐼𝐶 can go back. So can he go here? 𝐼𝐶𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. He's had some nice pressure rack moments. He's had some nice tackles. Can he get on the score sheet with the goal? But he can't. But the ball stays alive here. Elliott, what a rove. Breaks the tackle. Gives the hands to Bobby Hill. Snapping shot on goal. It looks good. Looks very good. Wowee. They're good to watch this football club. Out now to over 40 points. And I think if anybody was in doubt, I think we can safely say now the game's definitely over. But how about this? It's been an unreal evening from the Pies tonight. Oh, geez, there's that individual Hawthorn supporter going through it at the minute. Yeah, that's like the Lions game last week a bit for the Hawks. When there's a ball to be won in the forward 50, they just can't get there and they lose out in too many one-on-one contests. Bobby Hill goes bang. 𝐼𝐶 now on the pine. Oh, he's in the hands of the trainers. It's no good. Oh, a bit of a rare fumble there from Nick Dacos, and now they can go back the other way here, the Hawks. More too strong. Some more now long down the line. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 on buzzball. Oh, yeah, you can feel his hammy there. 𝐼𝐶 after he kicked for goal. It's no good. Cameron, a bit of a soft tap. Toe poke from side bottom. Socket out of there from Jarman Impey and now Ginnivan. Quiet second half from him. Ward across now to 𝐓𝐶 on his left shoe. It's a nice find. He gets on the lead. Maybe a 𝐼𝐶. Bit far from home though. So does he want to go back here? It's a good kick. But arriving late is Dan Houston. Very nicely done there. The big Dan man. Good night he's had tonight, Dan Houston. I think he's been very effective. He's racked up the intercept possessions. He's been quality. Ball in here. Hit from 𝐼𝐶𝐞. Dacos goes and gets a toe poke forward. Now who can win on this? 𝗵𝐵𝐴𝑟𝑎𝑠. He's able to. Back across now to Impey and across now to Hardwick. Hardwick out across. And more is paid mark. So Pies in control. If you've just joined us. Is now Watson goes to the pocket. Oh no, sorry, it's a kick to Watson in the pocket. Ginnivan it was. And he can go for goal here and get a bit of a response. Oh, can he snag this? Did kick one in the third term when it looked like he's about to be subbed. So he stayed out. And can he kick a miracle goal here? Not a bad effort, but rushed through instead. So now we're Ed Allen and half back. Josh Ward whacks it around the corner. Watson tried to beat out Allen 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Didn't have the strength. Now Allen. Back in board. Under the pump here, the Pies. But yeah, they just work it out very smoothly. By hand. Now here to Houston. Kick towards the wing. Will it sit for Hill? It will. A good mark against 𝐼𝐵. Trying to play for the 50. Not going to get it. Now Houston continues. The handball received. Short here. To Membry. Now to Frampton. Now to Nick Dacos. If they go well, Daniel, welcome. Go Pies. Oh, geez, they're a good footy team to watch, my friend. Yeah, bloody, they're looking like the complete package. Have just obliterated the Hawks and basically just, yeah, their pressure's been outstanding and they've been a level above with how they've moved the ball to Houston now. It's been quality tonight now, but that free kick. Phone's on the lead. Membry. 10:50 out to play here. This is for the Pies. Hit the ton. 11 goals, 5 goals, 3 from set shots tonight. The Pies way inside. Centres the ball, I should say. But it's picked off from 𝐻𝐻𝐿. Now D'Ambrosio. Cuts a kick short to Dylan Moore. Now they can get and go here. The Hawks. Moore now. Finds 𝐴𝐿. But yeah, it's been the story of the night for the Hawks. They get it out. And just like they can't really get the ball quickly moving forward, unlike the Pies. But yeah, they've picked some nice short options here. Dylan Moore now. Works for Amon. Nicely done. But the kick, no good. It's out in the full or remark. Take your pick for Perryman. Impossible. It's going to be a free hit for Connor Nash. High ball here from Nash. Who can fly? Ball comes from Moore. And looking like Dacos wants to get this one in. Oh, how about that kick? Nicely done to Ed Long. Jack Ginnivan is going to have a come for 11 Collingwood. Yeah, no, yeah, he had a bit of a laugh on them last year, teasing taking the piss out of the Pies supporters. But I guess in a way, like Ginnivan did win a premiership, so it's not like he's left the club empty-handed. It's an exciting project, especially when he left to Hawthorn. But yeah, they're just in a rut at the moment. The Hawks getting found out a bit. And now playing some tougher teams. Yeah, they've just completely schooled the Hawks tonight, no doubt. And now they'll control the ball here. The Hawks in the back half. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe. Haven't already, lads. I don't know what it is. We just can't seem to have really close quality games. On stream. We've had a few stinker Friday nights. We did stream out, of course, the Dockers and the Saints game. That turned out to be shite. But no, I still think it's been some quality tonight, no doubt. Collingwood have been really good to watch. Whilst the Hawks, not really much a plan tonight. Just so exposed and haven't been able to absorb this pressure like with aim on. And it feels like they had to overuse hand passes a lot of times to the Hawks to try and get out of trouble. Yeah, but a bit lucky there, though. Get a high free. 7.5 minutes to play. 𝐼𝐴mbrosio down the line. Spoil comes from Jeremy Howe. Cameron in the set mark. Right, we'll have a look at the line ladder, shall we? Because yeah, this has turned to be a big loss for Hawthorn. Not even a commendable loss, or I guess a close loss in a way, like sort of what Essendon had last week. They'll stay in 6th, but the Bulldogs will have the bye. The Giants, if they win, they will. Well, you know, if they win close, they probably won't overtake Hawthorn because I don't think they'll gain enough percentage. They'd have to beat the Tigers well for that to happen. There's Brett Ratton. Dacos long down the line. Who was there to play? Yeah, Freo don't have the percentage, I don't think, to overtake the Hawks. So, yeah, they'll stay put Hawthorn. But, yeah, they're really back with the pack now. Yeah, they are back with the pack. Darcy Cameron inside 50 he goes. Almost. Membry now. 𝐼𝐴mbrosio snap around the corner. It's go. It's a goal. Yep, it's a goal. Brody 𝐼𝐴mbrosio. Something out of nothing, that goal a little bit. Snaps it through. And yeah, what a night it's been for Collingwood. They hit the ton. 16 goals, 9, 105. 8 goals, 755. Oh, just been such a good team performance tonight from Collingwood. But how about that from the Hawks? They had about 3 tools go for that. And not really many ground level hunting. He couldn't really ride that. He just was easily able to ride that tackle too, 𝐼𝐴mbrosio. So still some air to be blown out of the balloon here. 5:54 to play. Ned Long doesn't get a high there. Could have, but he did well to get rid of it. Now Pendlebury. Oh, lovely fake. And how's the kick? Almost a mark from Membry. So 4:50 stoppage here for the Pies. Is it a free for? It's a free to 𝐼𝐴mbrosio. Now to Nash. Down the line. Chol flies. Kick was smothered. Giddon. Now McDonald. Just a bit of a nothing kick. Oh, side bottom couldn't read it too well. 𝐴mbrosio beats him for pace. Great running. Now here to Bobby Hill. Over the top to 𝐴mbrosio. We'll go back here to side bottom to 𝐴mbrosio. And hits it nicely to Ned Long. Been a great find for the Pies. Inside 50. Can he find a target? Juff. Good win. Now to D'Ambrosio. Next time, Hawk says Haley. Well, yep, they do have the Dogs next week, so it doesn't get much easier for Hawthorn. They had some soft games, technically, when you think about it. So, yeah, the Dogs, the Crows, I think that's in Adelaide too. No, that's at Utah's, that Crows game, so that's a good venue for them. But yeah, geez, it's going to be tough. And anyway, the Pies again off the turnover, just work their hands beautifully, go by foot and bang. They just have so much space inside 50. And now Brody Mychek. Oh, sorry, Hoskin Elliott. I don't know why I said Mychek. Sometimes I'm off to the ferries when I call names. Anyway, Ned Long. Ooh, could he get on the score sheet here? No, he wants to pass it off to Josh Dacos. Instead. And he's going to line up the goals, Josh Dacos. And misses. 3 goals, 10. No, sorry, 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Minus score to the Pies. So, yeah. What's next for Hawthorn, eh? I think they were just completely obliterated by just a completely better side tonight. But, yeah, geez, concerning. Not going to like that just now. Like that kick from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. They're really losing connection. And this has been an issue as the weeks have poured on for Hawthorn, especially forward at centre. Just not really a connected team with how they move in the pill. So yeah, it's going to be a tricky test with the Dogs off the bye. But you think a response has to come? This will be three losses in a row for the Hawks too. D'Ambrosio now clears out of the 50. Good mark from 𝐴𝐿. Now Ward gives the 1-2. Ward goes in again. Now 𝐓𝐿𝐿. Now back out across. Now 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Corridor kick. Works here. Oh, geez. Fumbles galore now. Aim on. To 𝐴𝐿𝐿. Now D'Ambrosio cuts a kick. Oh, geez. Cue the Bronx cheers again. Cameron can't quite get it out. And impossible. But yeah, obviously, as a neutral, not the most intense game to watch. It's been, pacing by the Pies. I forgot I had a point. But yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Hopefully tomorrow night game, the Crows and the Swans can be a ripper. I'm backing us to win. I might be a bit biased, but look, I expect the Crows to get the job done, but I just have that feeling there's a response. But because we couldn't play much worse than last week. But I said this is the Hawks heading in this game tonight, but they've probably played even worse in a way. But yeah, geez, the Pies just look utterly a bloody good team to watch. And just great in all facets of the game. 𝐓𝐿𝐿 holding the ball. How about this pressure from Collingwood tonight? 𝐶𝐿 tackles. What a number. Josh Dacos short to side bottom. Probably 3 votes for side bottom tonight. As the clock does tick down. Impossible. So here comes the Collingwood chance. 44 seconds to play. D'Ambrosio cuts a short kick. 𝐴𝐿 couldn't take the mark, but he was infringed. Inside 50 now. 𝐵𝐶𝐿𝐿 went through his arms basically there. Ball goes over. So the clock is ticking down. Cameron's had a big second half too, but that kick's no good. So Ward's probably going to kick after the siren here. No, he's going to go short and find Dylan Moore in the lead. So, siren's about to sound, ladies and gentlemen. What a win for the Pies. In the end, they win by 52. Geez, they're looking like a juggernaut this season. They are seriously looking good. They might not have the most elite names everywhere, but they're getting some resurgence from veterans. Looking brilliant defensively. Pressure just totally trumps the Hawks tonight. What a game of football from them as Moore misses. And that will confirm the score. It's instead 51 points, the winner for the Pies. All Jets are looking good. They are looking good. I think, could we start to say this is their flag to lose territory? Because you don't want to jinx them in a way. It's still, I guess, what's the halfway point of the season when you think about it now? But they just look so bloody good. Looks so good to watch. Exciting. You know, how they move the ball. Levels above Hawthorn tonight. They get it from the inside to outside so quickly. They spread so well. They caught out Hawthorn defenders all night long in open space. Yeah, no, quality win from a quality football club, no doubt. Side bottom easily by Bog, I think, for me. Yeah, 27 touches and 2 goals. Just so clean tonight. Lovely by foot. Dacos was good, 32. Cameron racked up the possessions as the game wore on, even though Meek had his fair share of the hit-outs. He did win the battle. Ned Long, solid again tonight. Yeah, 24 touches, 11 tackles. So he was applying the pressure really well. And Allen, how about that? 32 touches across half-back. He looked good. Dan Houston, I thought, was quality. Really good by foot. Clean. Yeah, just a team performance from Collingwood tonight. But the stat that really jumps out of the page when you look at it, Hawthorn win the inside 50s in the end. They win the clearances. Look, they can get ground position on the inside. They win the contested ball. But it's just Collingwood so good with the pressure. They force turnover and then they go whack. And have a look at this. Tackles 82 to 38. That is unreal. That isn't just a usual stat differential you see. That is a crazy number. Pies pressure got it done tonight. Well, one of the key reasons for sure, and efficiency too. Yeah, probably the most. I mean, Brisbane looked great moving the footy too, but yeah, Collingwood just their cohesion in comparison to Hawthorn is absolute light years watching that game tonight. Hawthorn first quarter moved the ball all right, put a bit of pace on it, but after that, you know, Collingwood just set up well. Had to go slow and were forced to go down the line multiple times. So, and then, you know, they get first possession here or there, then crunch, cough it up, hold the ball, Pies go the other way and score. So, yeah, they're looking like a complete team, Collingwood. Excited to watch. And as a Swan supporter, thank God we don't play Collingwood again this year, because we'll probably get demolished tonight as well. Oh, God. Is there a mercy rule in football? But, yeah, Collingwood too good tonight. Ooh, do we start saying it's their flag to lose? But thanks for tuning in, everybody. I know it wasn't a crazy stream or a crazy game, but always appreciate the support. Tomorrow night, Swannies and the Crows can Sydney bounce back. Should be a beauty. But the Pies too good. I'll give them a 3-2-1. I'll go side bottom for 3. Jamie Elliott for 2 with those 5 goals. Absolutely outstanding. And yeah, I think probably Nick Dacos for 1. Just another outstanding game from him. Even though I loved Houston's game. Could have given him the 1, but I'll go Nick. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Yeah, have a good rest of your night. And Pies do good in the end. Win by 51 points. Sitting comfortably on top of the table. Take care, lads.